What does it mean to be truly independent? Is it about mastering your finances, controlling your emotions, or finding peace within yourself? For many, independence is a destination, but in truth, it's a journey of growth, resilience, and unwavering self-reliance. It's about stepping out of your comfort zone, taking charge of your life, and embracing the challenges along the way. Becoming independent isn't easy. It's a test of your mental toughness, self-discipline, and emotional resilience. There will be moments when you feel tired or defeated. But here's the truth. Every ounce of effort is worth it. When you truly embrace independence, you free yourself from external control and learn to rely on your inner strength. This is what Stoic philosophy teaches us, to focus only on what we can control and find peace amidst life's chaos. In this video, we'll explore 7 signs that you're truly independent, guided by Stoic principles. You'll learn practical lessons to apply in your daily life, from managing your finances wisely to setting boundaries that protect your time and energy. And stay with me, because the most powerful part, I'll show you how to practice these timeless teachings effectively so they transform not just your mind, but your life. Now take a moment to reflect. Which of these lessons will resonate with you most? Share your thoughts in the comments and pass this video along to someone who needs it. Together, let's create a ripple effect of independence and inner peace. 1. You strive to solve your own problems. True independence begins with the courage to confront challenges head-on. It's about looking within yourself for solutions instead of relying on others as your first resort. This balance between self-reliance and seeking help when truly necessary is at the core of Stoic philosophy. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." This wisdom teaches us that while we may not control every external circumstance, we always control our response. For independent individuals, this response often manifests as problem solving. Imagine this. You're struggling to complete a major project at work. Deadlines loom and the pressure builds. Instead of immediately asking your colleagues for assistance, you take a step back. You review the project's requirements, research possible solutions, and experiment with different approaches. Through persistence, you not only complete the task, but also gain valuable skills and confidence. This is the essence of striving to solve your problems. You take ownership of your situation, understanding that the effort invested now will strengthen your self-reliance in the future. Independence isn't limited to grand achievements. It's woven into daily life. Picture a moment at home when an appliance suddenly breaks down. Rather than immediately calling a technician, you explore online tutorials or enroll in a basic repair class. These small acts of self-reliance remind us of the inner strength we possess when we take charge of our lives. For the Stoics, solving your problems isn't just a practical skill, it's a spiritual exercise. Epictetus taught we should always be asking ourselves, is this something that is or is not in my control? Problems, no matter how daunting, become opportunities to grow. They teach you patience, resilience, and the ability to focus on what truly matters. When you approach difficulties with this mindset, you transform obstacles into stepping stones. Over time, these moments of self-sufficiency shape you into someone who is not easily shaken by life's uncertainties. However, independence doesn't mean isolating yourself. It's about recognizing when external help is both appropriate and necessary. For instance, imagine someone trying to repair their car but lacking the tools or expertise to do so safely. A truly independent person knows when to consult a mechanic. This balance reflects wisdom, knowing when to persist alone and when to lean on trusted sources for support. Such decisions reflect not weakness, but strength, an understanding of one's limits, and the humility to grow through collaboration. The next time you face a challenge, pause and ask yourself, can I approach this differently? Have I truly explored every option? Continuous learning, whether it's acquiring a new skill or deepening your knowledge in a specific area, equips you to handle more on your own. Embrace mistakes, understanding that failure isn't the opposite of success, but a critical part of the process. Each misstep teaches you something valuable. Keep a journal where you document problems you've solved. Over time, this will serve as a powerful reminder of your growth and resilience. Becoming someone who strives to solve their problems is a lifelong journey. There will be moments when the road feels overwhelming, but each time you rise to meet a challenge, you take a step closer to true independence. As Seneca wisely observed, difficulties strengthen the mind as labor does the body. Embrace your challenges with courage, not as burdens, but as opportunities to grow into your fullest self. This is what it means to strive and thrive as a truly independent individual. 2. You manage your finances wisely. Imagine this. It's the end of the month and you sit down to review your budget. You've had unexpected expenses, a medical bill, a car repair, but instead of panicking, you remain calm. You've been saving consistently, so your emergency fund is ready. As you cover the costs, you feel a sense of pride and relief, knowing you've taken control of your finances. This scenario exemplifies the independence and self-reliance that come from managing your money wisely. Financial independence is not just about numbers in a bank account, it's about freedom and control. When you prioritize saving, budgeting, and thoughtful spending, you ensure that you are prepared for life's uncertainties. The Stoics teach us to focus only on what is within our power. Epictetus reminds us, wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. This principle is key to building a life of stability and autonomy. Picture another moment. You're considering a major purchase, a new gadget, a luxury item. Instead of acting impulsively, you pause and reflect. Does this align with your values? Will it genuinely improve your life, or is it just a fleeting desire? This practice of mindful spending helps you distinguish between what you truly need and what external influences make you want. By doing so, you honor your self-discipline and your commitment to financial freedom. Living frugally doesn't mean depriving yourself. It means aligning your spending with what truly matters to you. Imagine someone who chooses to invest in their health, education, or meaningful experiences instead of chasing trends or material possessions. This decision embodies the Stoic ideal of moderation, understanding what is enough and resisting the pull of unnecessary desires. As Marcus Aurelius said, very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking. Building an emergency fund is another crucial step toward financial independence. Life is unpredictable, and challenges often arise when we least expect them. Having savings set aside is not just a practical solution, it's a statement of self-reliance. Think about the confidence that comes from knowing you can handle unforeseen expenses without turning to others for help. This safety net is a tangible expression of your autonomy and preparedness. Debt management is equally vital. While loans can be useful tools, excessive debt undermines your independence. Picture someone who decides to live within their means, avoiding unnecessary debt by planning purchases carefully and prioritizing savings. This approach reflects the Stoic principle of focusing on what is in your control, your choices and actions in the present. By resisting the temptation to overspend, you free yourself from the burdens of financial obligations that limit your freedom. Now imagine this. It's years down the road, and you've consistently practiced wise financial habits. Your savings have grown, your debt is minimal, and you have the flexibility to make choices aligned with your values. You can support a loved one in need, contribute to a cause you believe in, or even take time off to pursue a personal passion. This level of freedom reflects the highest form of financial independence, not just securing your future, but also having the ability to give back and live purposefully. As you reflect on your financial journey, ask yourself, are you in control of your money, or is it controlling you? Embrace the wisdom of the Stoics by practicing discipline, moderation, and gratitude. Financial independence is not measured solely by wealth, but by the peace and freedom it brings. It allows you to live life on your own terms, guided by integrity and purpose. This is what it means to manage your finances wisely, and it is a profound step toward true independence. 3. You take full responsibility for your successes and failures. Taking full responsibility for your successes and failures is a hallmark of true independence. It reflects an unwavering commitment to accountability, a core tenet of Stoic philosophy. As Seneca wisely stated, it is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. When you own both your victories and your mistakes, you gain clarity, resilience, and a profound sense of self-reliance. Allow me to share a personal story. When I was 10 years old, I had to admit to my mother that I had made several mistakes in my studies and failed to fulfill my responsibilities. Despite my efforts, the results were not as expected. I realized that I couldn't blame my circumstances or others for what had happened. Instead, I took a hard look at the problem, acknowledged my role, and sought ways to improve. That moment taught me the power of accountability, not as a burden, but as a tool for growth. I promised myself that I wouldn't let that failure define my future progress. This example illustrates how accepting responsibility for our actions, even at a young age, cultivates inner strength. It requires humility to admit where we fall short and courage to address it. A person who refuses to own their mistakes becomes trapped by them, while one who accepts them gains the freedom to move forward. In our adult lives, this principle applies even more profoundly. Imagine you're leading a project at work and it doesn't go as planned. It might be tempting to attribute the failure to external factors, an uncooperative team, tight deadlines, or lack of resources. But an independent individual steps back and asks, what could I have done differently? How can I learn from this experience? By taking responsibility, you not only improve, but also earn the respect of those around you. Similarly, accountability applies to our successes. When things go well, it's easy to attribute it to luck or the efforts of others. However, acknowledging the hard work, persistence, and smart decisions you made reinforces your confidence and sense of self-worth. As Marcus Aurelius said, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Recognizing your role in your achievements helps you understand that you have the capacity to succeed again. This mindset also extends to personal relationships. For instance, when conflicts arise, it's easy to blame others for misunderstandings or hurt feelings. But taking a moment to reflect on your own actions can reveal ways you might have contributed to the issue. By addressing your part in the problem, you pave the way for healthier, more balanced relationships, built on mutual respect and emotional resilience. Owning your failures doesn't mean dwelling on them. It means using them as stepping stones for growth. Epictetus taught, difficulties show a person's character. So when trouble comes, think of it as training. Every setback is an opportunity to develop emotional resilience, refine your approach, and strengthen your independence. Here are some practical steps to embrace responsibility. Reflect regularly. At the end of each day or week, ask yourself what went well and what could have been better. Write it down to track your progress. Avoid excuses. When something goes wrong, resist the urge to blame others or external circumstances. Focus on what you can control and improve. Seek feedback. Listen openly to constructive criticism. Others' perspectives can provide insights you might have overlooked. Take action. Accountability isn't just about acknowledging your role, it's about taking meaningful steps to address and improve the situation. Ultimately, taking responsibility for your successes and failures is about recognizing that your life is your own. Every choice, every effort, and every mistake shapes your journey. By embracing this truth, you free yourself from the weight of blame and excuses. You gain the clarity to learn, adapt, and move forward with purpose. True independence isn't about perfection. It's about growth, guided by integrity and self-awareness. 4. You know your self-worth. It is about knowing your intrinsic value, detached from external validation and living with a deep sense of confidence and purpose. The Stoics believed that self-worth arises not from material possessions or the opinions of others, but from the alignment of your actions with your values. As Epictetus wisely said, know your value and don't seek it in others. When you recognize your self-worth, you refuse to let fleeting emotions or external circumstances dictate your sense of identity. Financially, this means you don't depend on others to define your stability. You manage your resources with responsibility, knowing that you are capable of providing for yourself and making thoughtful decisions. Emotionally, it means not seeking constant approval or validation. You stand firm in who you are, trusting that your worth is not determined by others' opinions. Consider how this mindset affects your decision-making. A person who knows their self-worth doesn't feel the need to say yes to every request or demand, especially when it compromises their well-being. They establish boundaries, protect their time, and prioritize what aligns with their values. This practice is not selfish, it is an act of self-respect. Marcus Aurelius observed, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." Recognizing your value means curating those thoughts to reinforce your independence and purpose. Living with self-worth also means embracing imperfection. You understand that failures or setbacks do not diminish your value. Instead, they offer opportunities for growth. The Stoics emphasized resilience in the face of challenges, teaching us to focus on what is within our control. When you know your worth, you approach difficulties not as personal defeats, but as stepping stones toward a stronger and more self-reliant version of yourself. Financially, knowing your self-worth transforms the way you approach money. It is no longer a measure of your value, but a tool for freedom and autonomy. You save, invest, and spend with intention, understanding that these choices reflect your priorities and independence. As Epictetus said, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." This perspective helps you resist the urge to compare your life to others or to chase material symbols of success. Instead, you focus on what truly matters: your goals, your growth, and your peace of mind. Emotionally, self-worth allows you to maintain stability even in the face of criticism or praise. You understand that others' opinions are shaped by their perspectives, not by your reality. This detachment doesn't make you indifferent. Rather, it frees you to live authentically, unburdened by the need to please or impress. As Seneca advised, seek applause from yourself, not others. This applause comes from living a life aligned with your values and priorities. Knowing your self-worth also encourages gratitude. You appreciate your strengths, your progress, and even your struggles, recognizing that they shape who you are. Gratitude anchors you in the present, reminding you that your worth is not tied to what you achieve, but to who you are becoming. This mindset fosters both humility and confidence, allowing you to navigate life with grace and resilience. To cultivate self-worth, reflect on your values and achievements regularly. Write them down and revisit them whenever self-doubt arises. Surround yourself with people who respect and uplift you, and distance yourself from environments that diminish your confidence. Practice self-compassion and understanding that growth is a journey, not a destination. Each step you take toward embracing your worth is a step toward independence. Ultimately, knowing your self-worth is about honoring your unique identity and standing firm in it. It is the foundation of true independence, allowing you to live authentically, confidently, and with unwavering purpose. When you understand your value, you unlock a sense of freedom that no external circumstance can take away. This is the power of self-worth, as guided by the timeless wisdom of Stoic philosophy. 5. You understand that no one owes you help. Life often challenges us in unexpected ways. In these moments, it is natural to hope for support, a helping hand to ease the burden. But true independence arises when we understand a fundamental truth: no one owes us help. This realization is not harsh but liberating. It shifts your perspective, allowing you to rely on your inner strength and resilience. As Marcus Aurelius observed, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Challenges become the path to growth when you embrace this mindset. When you stop expecting others to step in, you empower yourself to navigate difficulties with determination and clarity. You no longer wait for someone else to solve your problems, but take ownership of your life. This act of self-reliance aligns deeply with Stoic teachings, which emphasize focusing on what is within your control. When you internalize this, you cultivate both emotional resilience and self-respect. Accepting that no one owes you help does not mean rejecting kindness or isolating yourself. Instead, it reframes how you view assistance. When help is offered, it becomes a gift, a gesture to be appreciated, not an entitlement to be demanded. This shift fosters gratitude and humility. You value the generosity of others while remaining grounded in your independence. As Epictetus taught, wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. Similarly, true strength lies in needing less and relying more on yourself. This understanding also deepens your ability to face challenges. Instead of dwelling on why help is unavailable, you redirect your energy toward finding solutions. You learn to adapt and overcome, discovering strengths you didn't know you had. Epictetus also said, Difficulties are things that show a person what they are. Every challenge becomes a mirror, reflecting your capacity for growth and self-reliance. Letting go of the expectation of help also frees you from unnecessary disappointment. Expectations can breed frustration and resentment when unmet. By releasing the notion that others are obligated to assist you, you gain mental clarity and emotional peace. This allows you to focus fully on what matters, solving problems and moving forward. Additionally, recognizing that everyone faces their own battles fosters compassion and empathy. You begin to understand that others may not always have the resources or ability to help, not because they don't care, but because they too are navigating their struggles. This perspective enhances your relationships, creating connections based on mutual respect rather than unspoken demands. Practically, understanding that no one owes you help encourages preparation. You anticipate potential difficulties and equip yourself with the tools and skills to address them. This proactive mindset is empowering. It ensures that, when challenges arise, you are ready to face them with confidence and autonomy. This principle is not about rejecting support. It's about thriving regardless of its presence. True independence is built on the foundation of self-reliance. When you stop waiting for others to act, you unlock your full potential. You discover that you can withstand far more than you once believed, and in doing so, you achieve a profound sense of freedom. As you internalize this mindset, you will find that your approach to life changes. Challenges no longer seem insurmountable, but instead become opportunities for growth. You become stronger, more adaptable, and deeply attuned to your own capabilities. As Seneca reminds us, no man was ever wise by chance. Wisdom, like independence, is cultivated through effort, reflection, and a steadfast commitment to personal growth. Ultimately, understanding that no one owes you help is not about cynicism. It is about empowerment. It's about taking charge of your life and embracing the freedom that comes with self-reliance. This perspective, guided by Stoic principles, allows you to navigate life with resilience, gratitude, and unwavering purpose. Through it, you embody the essence of true independence. 6. You don't depend on the opinions of others. True independence means standing firm in your own beliefs and trusting your judgment, even in the face of criticism or differing opinions. It is the ability to pursue your goals with clarity and purpose, unaffected by external validation or disapproval. This principle lies at the heart of Stoic philosophy, which teaches us to focus on what is within our control, our actions, decisions, and responses. As Seneca wisely stated, seek applause from yourself, not others. Imagine you've shared a personal goal with friends, a career change, a creative project, or a major life decision. Some encourage you, while others raise doubts, questioning your abilities or the feasibility of your plans. The independent individual listens thoughtfully, but remains steadfast. You know that these opinions are shaped by others' experiences and fears, not your reality. This confidence in your path reflects a profound understanding of your own values and priorities. The Stoics remind us that external opinions are beyond our control. Epictetus taught, if you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. This may sound harsh, but it captures an essential truth. Striving to please everyone often comes at the cost of your own growth and fulfillment. When you prioritize others' judgments over your own convictions, you hand over your power to define your life. By contrast, true independence allows you to reclaim that power. Remaining unaffected by criticism does not mean ignoring feedback or closing yourself off from others' perspectives. Instead, it involves discernment, understanding which opinions align with your goals and which do not. For example, if a friend offers constructive advice about a decision, you can evaluate it with an open mind. But if someone dismisses your dreams out of their own fear or jealousy, you can choose to let that opinion pass without internalizing it. This mindset fosters emotional resilience. You no longer ride the highs and lows of external validation, but instead find stability within yourself. Imagine working on a creative project that means the world to you. Some people might praise it, others might critique it harshly. An independent person understands that neither reaction defines the project's value. What matters is your dedication, effort, and alignment with your vision. The freedom to follow your own path also encourages authenticity. You make choices not to impress or appease others, but because they resonate with your inner values. This authenticity strengthens your confidence and sense of purpose. As Marcus Aurelius observed, "Be content with what you are and wish not for anything else. Neither be afraid of losing your value." Cultivating independence from others' opinions requires practice. Begin by reflecting on your values and priorities. What truly matters to you? What are your long-term goals? When faced with criticism or conflicting advice, return to these foundations. They will guide you and keep you focused amidst the noise of external voices. Another powerful tool is mindfulness. When you notice yourself reacting strongly to others' opinions, pause and ask, "Why does this matter to me? Does it align with my goals and values, or am I seeking approval?" This pause helps you separate constructive feedback from unnecessary distractions. Finally, surround yourself with people who respect your independence and encourage your growth. True friends and mentors will challenge you constructively without undermining your confidence. They understand that supporting you means empowering you to trust your own judgment. Living free from the need for approval is a lifelong journey. It requires courage to withstand criticism and clarity to recognize your own worth. Yet the rewards are immense. A life lived authentically, guided by your own convictions, and unshaken by fleeting opinions. As Marcus Aurelius advised, waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. By embracing this mindset, you not only honor your independence, but also inspire others to do the same. True freedom comes not from silencing others, but from cultivating the inner strength to follow your own path, unwavering and resolute. This is the essence of living a life that belongs entirely to you. 7. You set clear boundaries to protect your time and energy. True independence flourishes when you understand the value of your time and energy and actively protect it. Boundaries are not walls, they are expressions of self-respect and clarity. They define what you will and will not accept, ensuring that your priorities remain undisturbed. In the words of Epictetus, "He who is not master of himself is a slave." Setting boundaries is the act of mastering your life by safeguarding what matters most. In a world full of demands, distractions, and obligations, boundaries create the space for self-reliance and personal growth. They allow you to allocate your time and energy to what aligns with your values. Without them, you risk being swept away by others' agendas, leaving little room for your own purpose. By saying no to unnecessary commitments, you say yes to the things that truly matter: your goals, your peace, and your inner strength. Boundaries are not selfish, they are necessary for balance. They reflect your understanding that your time is finite, your energy is precious, and your focus is vital. When you set clear boundaries, you protect yourself from burnout and preserve the capacity to give your best to what truly deserves it. As Marcus Aurelius reminds us, you could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. This urgency underscores the importance of guarding your time against distractions and misalignments. Establishing boundaries also nurtures healthier relationships. When you are clear about your limits, you cultivate respect, both from others and for yourself. People who truly value you will honor your boundaries, understanding that they are not a rejection of connection, but a framework for meaningful interaction. At the same time, you free yourself from the guilt of overcommitment and the resentment that often follows. Setting boundaries requires courage. It means having the strength to say no when needed, even in the face of discomfort or opposition. It is not always easy, but it is essential. The Stoics teach us that we cannot control others' reactions, only our own actions. By focusing on what is within your control, you gain the confidence to assert your boundaries without fear of judgment or conflict. Boundaries are also acts of clarity. They help you define what is truly important to you and ensure that your actions reflect those priorities. Without boundaries, life becomes a series of reactions to external pressures. With them, it becomes a deliberate journey toward your goals. As Seneca observed, if a man knows not to which port he sails, no wind is favorable. Boundaries are the compass that guides you to the life you wish to create. Time and energy, like wealth, are resources to be managed wisely. When you invest them in alignment with your values, the returns are immense: fulfillment, peace, and progress. Boundaries are the tools that allow you to protect those investments. They prevent you from being drained by distractions, leaving you free to focus on what truly matters. Practicing this principle begins with self-awareness. Reflect on what drains your energy and what replenishes it. Identify the commitments that align with your values and those that do not. Once you are clear on these distinctions, you can begin to communicate your boundaries with honesty and confidence. This clarity empowers you to honor your priorities without apology. When you set boundaries, you also teach others how to treat you. By demonstrating respect for your own time and energy, you encourage others to do the same. This creates a ripple effect, fostering a culture of mutual respect and understanding in your relationships. Ultimately, boundaries are not barriers, they are bridges to a life of intention and authenticity. They allow you to live in alignment with your values, free from the distractions and pressures that pull you away from your path. As Marcus Aurelius said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." By setting boundaries, you honor your independence and create the space to become the person you are meant to be. This is the essence of protecting your time and energy, and in doing so, protecting your true self. As we reflect on the 7 signs of true independence, it becomes clear that independence is not just about living without others' support. It is about mastering yourself. Each sign we've discussed, from solving your problems to setting boundaries, reflects a commitment to self-reliance, emotional resilience, and personal growth. These principles, rooted in Stoic philosophy, guide us toward a life of authenticity and inner peace. True independence starts within. It's about taking responsibility for your successes and failures, managing your finances wisely, and knowing your self-worth. It's recognizing that no one owes you help and learning to thrive regardless. It's staying true to your values and goals, even when faced with criticism, and setting clear boundaries to protect your time and energy. Each of these steps empowers you to live with purpose and freedom. Epictetus reminds us, freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control. This wisdom teaches us that independence is not about perfection, but about persistence, clarity, and courage. By embracing these lessons, you can navigate life with confidence and resilience. Now, I'd love to hear your stories. Which of these signs resonate with you the most? Have you experienced moments of true independence? Share your journey in the comments below. Your experiences could inspire others to embark on their own path toward self-reliance and fulfillment. Together, let us embrace the journey toward independence, guided by wisdom, strength, and purpose.